Is Friday, September the 11th, 2020, in case you're watching this on a replay. And of course, this is a day to remember what happened all those years ago on 9/11. So if we could just take a second and of silence to remember those who were affected by 9/11. So today we're going to do a craft with a cutout mason jar. Now this is just one of those cutouts that I had gotten during the summer at the Dollar Tree. It had a handle on it, and then it had a little straw on it. And we cut those off and pulled the lettering and everything off of it. So the first thing we're going to do is paint it. And I like this color here, Mystic Green. It is Folk Art Acrylic Mystic Green. So I'm just going to take my brush here and put hopefully just one coat on here. And I'm going to go around the sides too. So if you're new to my lives, please like and follow me. I have Liz's craft page, and if you like what you see, please feel free to, what we call in the crafting world, spread the love or sprinkle the love. I would appreciate it, and that way Facebook will keep my videos out there for others to see. So if you're just hopping on, just say hi and let me know where you're watching from, if you're not too shy. If you are shy and you don't want to, that's fine too. And you can always watch my videos on the replay. If you go to the videos tab on Liz's craft page, you will see all the different videos, and they are step-by-step crafting videos. And I also have a YouTube channel. So you can watch some of them on the YouTube channel, although not all of them are uploaded. And I just remember something that I forgot to bring over here, and that was my Dollar Tree cookie sheet. So I'll have to grab that in a couple minutes here. And yes, this is fine. We only need one coat. And I just need to go around the edges now. Here's what I have so far. And I love this color. So again, this is Mystic Green. I love that one. And then the robin's egg. That's a pretty color too. I would have used it, but I'm almost out. I'll have to get me some more if I can find it. So again, I'm just going around the edges and painting the edges and the front. And I'm leaving the top part alone because I am going to get my Dollar Tree cookie sheet, and we're going to cut that out on the tin. And we're going to use that for the top part, like a lid. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so this is just some of that cookie sheet from the Dollar Tree, aluminum, and then I'm just going to cut out the shape. Well, you know what? I'm going to dry this first. Let me get a wipe. course, I'm a messy crafter, so I got some in my hand, so should always have some wipes on hand or a sink close by so you can wipe off the paint if you're like me. Okay, so I have my heat gun, and I'm just going to dry this. So how's everybody today? I hope everyone's doing fine, and I see a spot where I missed, so I'm just going to go over that. And this is just going to be a hanger for fall that I can hang up in my living room above my fireplace. Okay, that looks pretty good. So I'm going to take my tin here. I'm going to put the top of my mason jar on it, and then I'm going to cut it out. So I'm just going to trace it with a pencil. So just like that, and then I'm going to cut it out. And then this will just look like a metal lid to the jar. Okay, this is what we have. And then I'm just going to lay that on there, and I'm going to hot glue that down. Now, I am using the high temperature glue gun. It seems to work better with metals, although tin foil or aluminum is not really a metal per se, but you just got to be careful because it does heat it up, and you don't want to burn your fingers. And then I'm going to punch out the hole so that we'll have something to hang it by, because I do want this to be a hanging decoration. So this is what we have. And I'm just going to take my pencil, poke it in there so I can mark where the holes are. And then I'm going to poke it through. Yep, there we go. Oh, I just broke my pencil. Not good. Anyway, so that went through. So we have our two holes here for our hanger. Okay. Now I'm going to use these two stencils right here. They come in a package. This one says Autumn Leaves and Pumpkins Please, and it has a leaf and a pumpkin. This one here says Pumpkin Spice Lover, which I am. In fact, that's what I have in my cup here. I made some pumpkin spice latte this morning. And this one has the cup and the leaf. I'm going to do everything here except for the leaf, and then I'm going to use the pumpkin from this one. So I did put the link to these stencils. Like I said, they do come together as a set in the description. And I also put the link to the chalk paste that we're the chalk paste in the description. So these are brand new stencils, so I've never used them, and I will have to fuzz them. They're very sticky, they're reusable, and I just think, you know, they're pretty amazing. I do like these stencils. They just make your projects look like you bought them at the store. Only better because you made them yourself. Okay, so I see I got a fuzz on my letter. So I want to make sure I take that off. Okay. Now I'm just going to lay this down. And I do want to leave room for some flowers and leaves at the top. So I'm putting this down towards the bottom. Not all the way, but so just like that. And I'm going to use this light living coral for my words. And this is what your paste should look like. If it's not, you can add water to it and stir it up real good until it does look like that. And when you use water, use distilled water. Otherwise, it could mildew on you. So I'm just taking some on my squeegee here, and I'm putting it down on just my words of my stencil. And I want to make sure I get it in all the places that I want to be this color. And as soon as I get it all on here, I'll show you. And we're going to do something different to the cup. And I don't want to get the leaf. So I want to make sure I avoid the leaf. And then I'm just scraping the excess off. And I'm going to put that back in my jar. Just have a little spot right there. Okay. So that's good. And here's what we have. And then I'm just going to go ahead and lift this up a little bit while I work on the jar. Because I'm going to take a little bit of time on the jar. I am going to use these new utensils that I got. For lack of a better word, I'm not exactly sure what they're called. But they look like paint brushes, only they have squeegees on the end of them. So I think I'm going to use this one right here. And I'm going to do my cup. So I'm going to do the lid in this almond latte. And I'm also going to do the little thingy here that wraps around the cup. I'm going to do that in the almond latte too. So the cap and the sleeve are both going to be in the almond latte. And this just makes it so that you can get the little details without getting on the other parts of your stencil. This is my first time using these, actually. So I'm going to get a little bit more on here. And then I'll show you what I have. I did not put the link to these in the description. However, if you go to Liz Yonke, and that's YONKEY .magnoliadesignco.com, you can look in the accessories and you will see these. I think they're, well, I'm not exactly sure how much they are, but they're perfect for doing little details like this. And if your chalk paste was getting a little dry, you can put a couple squirts of the distilled water in it right before you close it up. And that way it will be moister for your next application. So I'm going to do the cup itself in this Sahara Gold chalk paste. So let me see what other squeegee I can use. I'm going to use this one here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Oh, and this is what I have so far. So I'm working on the cup. Okay, now I'm going to get the bottom of the cup. And the reason I lifted the other part of the stencil up was because if it's going to take you a while to stencil something and you've already stenciled part of it, go ahead and raise the part that you've already stenciled, and that way it's not going to pull up when you pull your stencil up. And actually, you know what, this one here needs a little bit of water in it. So I just have this little squirt bottle, and I saw that you could get a package of 2 of these at the Dollar Tree. So I just put 4 little squirts of distilled water in this so that it'll be ready the next time I go to use it. Okay, so I'm done with this stencil. Look how pretty that is. And it even has the, I don't know, is that a straw or did I mess that up? Anyway, there it is. And now we're going to do the pumpkin. So I'm going to put this upside down in my water. And normally, though, you would take this into your sink and spray the water on it and use a sponge. And there is a stencil sponge from Magnolia, and it works very well. So now the next thing I need to do is fuzz this stencil. And like I said, I'm just going to use the pumpkin. And all of it might not fit on here, so we'll just use part of it. We'll see. And I'm going to go ahead and dry this chalk paste so I don't smear it. But didn't this turn out really well? Look how clean those lines are. I just love it. Oh, I see a couple people on. Tracy and Dave. Hi, how are you guys? Okay, so I'm gonna fuzz this a few times. You see how that stuck to my fuzzing pad, and you can get this fuzzing pad too at Magnolia. It's not that expensive, and I do recommend it because you can use the inside to dry your stencils, so you don't have to wait for that. So I'm gonna place my pumpkin on here. I think I'll put it down here at the bottom. And I'm just gonna do the pumpkin right there. So I'm doing the pumpkin in pumpkin. And then we're going to do the stem in the brown. So I'm just taking some chalk paste on my little squeegee here, and I'm pushing it through just the pumpkin. I don't know about where you guys are, but it's gotten cooler here in Texas, and I'm kind of enjoying it. We're able to turn off the air conditioning and open the windows. So I'm loving the cooler weather. Okay, so we got that, and now I want to do the stem, and there's a little leaf and a squiggly coming off of it. I'm going to do all of that in the brown here. And I'm going to use another one of these brushes. I'm thinking this one here might work okay. There's just, they have all these different tips on them. And they make it super easy to do this detailed stuff if you're using different colors on your stencil. Like I said, this is my first time using them, and yeah, I'm really liking these. So we'll see how this turns out. Move all these over here. Okay. So this is what we have, and I'm just going to take this off, and look at that. Isn't that awesome? That is awesome. And then I'm putting my stencil face down in the water. Now, after you put your stencils in the water and you go to wash them, just use your sponge. The chalk paste is real easy to get off, and then when you're done with it, just put it in between here on the gray side of your fuzzing cloth, and then just rub it down, and then it's dry, and you can put it back on the backing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and dry this with my heat gun. I'm going to put my paints up, and I'm going to put my brushes over here, and I'm just going to move this off. And now we're going to decorate up in this area here. So I have these 2 packages of leaves from the Dollar Tree. This one has some metallic on it, and this has some burlap in it. So I'm not sure exactly which ones I'm going to use. Ooh, look at this green. Isn't that pretty with the green here? So I think I definitely want to Yeah, I don't know. The green might clash. Might clash with my green on here, so I might not use the green, even though they're pretty. Oh, but these are pretty. They have the veins in them. So I'm kind of liking these here, actually. These metallic ones. That would be pretty. Put a couple of them like that. And then a couple of these on there. Oops, I got a couple. Just figure out how I want them to lay. I think that's pretty like that. Okay, so I'm just going to take my glue gun and I'm just going to put a dot of glue there towards the back of it, on the back towards the bottom of each of these. So this is how I put it on there. And then I'm going to take a couple of these here with the veins in them. Now, these are just flat leaves. I'm going to angle one that way, and then I'm going to angle one the other way. Do that. So just like that. And then I have these here that I got from the Dollar Tree. I thought those were cute. And I don't know, I might use one of those, or I might use this orange one here. I won't know until I pull it off to see. So I think the orange might be just a little bit too much orange. Yeah, I like the yellow. So I'm just going to cut this piece off. It's poking up quite a bit. So I'm just going to cut that off. And then I'm going to go around this piece here. Put some glue in the hole so it doesn't come out. And then I'm going to just press it to the middle here. And then maybe if I wanted to, I could put this on there too. Or maybe these. Let's see. Let's see how these would look. I'm thinking I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it just like this. What do you guys think? So I have this that was taken off either one of these or one of the other things that came from the Dollar Tree. They have these little plastic ends on them, and I'm just going to thread it through the hole so that it catches. Okay, why doesn't it want to go through there? Interesting. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. So see, it catches there, and then I'm going to put it through this side. Okay, there we have our pumpkin spice lover. We have our pumpkin, and then we have our cup of spice latte right there. So like I said, I put the links to the stencil and the chalk paste in the description, and if you decide to order, please order from my links. I do get a little percentage and I would appreciate it. But I will be back here tomorrow with another craft. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to be yet, but it'll be something. I don't know if it'll be fall or just something that we can work on. I'm not exactly sure, but when I figure it out, I'll post a little picture of it, and I'll see you back here tomorrow at 11. No, wait, tomorrow's Saturday. I'll see you back here tomorrow at noon Central Time. So until then, keep crafting. Bye.